we can give the maximum to students. We should form a network between our teachers, teen youth, or anybody who is dealing with students, because it's more effective. The minute I'm getting lazy, lesson plan comes in my email, I know, okay, now I've got to go into it. So we start. In fact, I don't have lesson plans. It's very difficult because I put myself into so many activities. But just before the 10 minutes, I try to think what I'm supposed to do. Because I'm only concentrating on the value content. I take a lesson from history or the newspaper. I cut a small paragraph. Now how to put in values? This is one method. Putting in values is one method. Drawing out values is another method. Telling them through stories is another method. Field trips, project approach. You have many different activities which could help children. You can draw values out from them. I had pizza making session with the children. I think I've told this once or twice, but it took me, say, 2 months to decide that I'm going to do this activity with them. They kept nagging me, they want pizza. So I told them, okay, I will make it for you, and they got the ingredients. I told them to get the ingredients. It was all free from the school. They brought it. We went to the room, and I was amazed because they did everything. They knew what to do. They just wanted to be together with an activity. So they did. Some of them cut vegetables, this, that, and pizza was made. And I told them, okay, now the pizza is here. They start eating. Because they asked me for 2 months. But I was amazed. They just took, the bits after you cut small bits. They ate that and they said, now we're going to go and give to everyone. They didn't eat the pizzas. So it was not a lesson for them, it was a lesson for me. They said they want to go and share with everyone. So that was the kind of lesson I learned from the students during the project activity. Students also go through their own integration during that time, you don't realize it. The best is field trip and project approach. Because you need to do something, they learn the skill with you, they know when to balance, they get the knowledge from the balance, and they are able to apply it later. Because I don't remember learning cooking in a cooking class. Mom used to shout. Sometimes she used to say that you cook, and I did. But you were always in the kitchen cooking. So I just thought, how did I cook? It was just involvement in cooking. So you don't need to learn cooking later on. Children can start learning now. So many things they learn through us as Balvikas teachers or gurus. I know it's very difficult to get the parents, to get the children, and then go for a trip. But if we could do it, we can bring the fly and everything, and at least show them how to put it in and when, and just talk about it also, even if you can't make it. So children get to know about it. Now history, learning from history. Like I said, let the children come out. At the same time, we also can guide them. We are only facilitators. We don't have all the answers. This is people from around the world. These are all Sister Lorraine's, Dr. Jumsai's collection. They gave it to me very generously, and I've added in a bit here and there. You can ask them, what is so different about them? Each one. You can also ask them what is so similar about them, because children are only looking at the differences now. They're not looking at the similarities. That is what we need to focus now. What is that is similar? I'll show you the small page where you can put this into action. Nature. Like I said, you were saying during the meditation, someone felt like the waves coming, wind, rain and things like that. You see, at the end of the day, we connect spirituality with nature. So children have to go to nature. They have to go back. We have seen more of nature than our children. I remember drawing mountains and birds, but children nowadays draw big cars and the tree is somewhere behind. Sometimes the tree may be there, sometimes it's not there. That's what we're seeing now. Very technological. And then at the end of the day, we see our children, they want to be computer, this, that. It's no point because our world is changing very fast and they're seeing less of nature now. For them to get visit them is very difficult. It's because they're getting far from nature. Trees, you could do this one. This is integration, where you have tree at the center and then you have the subjects around the tree. You have physics, chemistry, botany, zoology, science, maths, anything. Whatever you're doing, you could just integrate around the theme. If tree is not the theme, nature. Anything you want. English, Any object, my family, myself, the child integrates. You can put in the mind mapping and the child then adds. You ask them, the child will actually come out with answers. You only facilitate. But this you shouldn't do, you have to do it in groups. Because even for them to think and the thoughts to move around, they need a group. So you have to have a group. The other way you could do is, instead of having the theme, you have the subject in the center. Biology, English, and you have the activities around them. Poems, this, that, everything comes around. Arts, music. So you have the activity there. Now our world, this is something that we need to look into. We are so caught up with our own countries. We only know about other countries through the newspaper. Let children see everything as one. You know the story of the two frogs? They wanted to see, they were in the well, they went up the mountain. They had their eyes at the back, they saw their own country and they said, there's nothing different, and they came back. If only the two frogs had walked together around, they would have seen the beautiful world. You know, the whole, their country, people's country, they would have seen something beautiful. Now this is the geography paper I was talking about, similarities. You can have physical, emotional, spiritual. So physical, you can put in, children will say they are dark, they are fair, everything. Emotional, let them come out with answers. Spiritual, what is so different? You have the differences because we need to see diversity and unity. Otherwise we can't adjust our work in our own country. So children have to know the difference. Physical, emotional and spiritual. Extracurricular activities, sports, clubs, field trips, service activities. We have to bring value here also. After every session, after having the service activities, usually we disperse home. Now we need to sit down and find out how it could have been done better, what did they gain, things like that, which time we have to answer. And much importance must be given to the reflections. And then it will be good if we can evaluate and observe each child during the service activity, or the clubs, or field trips, or extracurricular activities. Because we look at their behavior, we can see over a period of time whether there's change in the behavior. If we have a small book with us, it will be effective. This is our school. All the concepts are there, objectives, activities, content, teaching material, evaluation. This is a Sathya Sai school in Thailand, but this could be the Balika's group in the center itself, and the different groups in the same center. And then you can mind map against the whole of Malaysia. So you are always trying to think from a small unit to a big unit. And children must be shown, they must be shown of the activities, not only from their center, from their home, but also in society and the world. So they go into 3 units, from the micro to the macro. They are always thinking from small to big. So we need to bring the 3 groups there. This is the same mind mapping that I showed. Now English, what I did was, schools you normally have lesson plans. Now this is how it is done in Thailand. They have their methodology, lesson plan, evaluation, like you have in the classrooms. I've only taken the concept and the value content as Balika's teachers or teachers in schools. Now we need to add the value content in the lesson. So you see this languages, English and Thai, they took the topic middle path. It is essential that we have balance in our lives. Excess in anything can lead to problems. Lord Buddha realized through his own life and practice that extremes do not lead to peace and happiness. He taught to follow the middle path. Everything has a cause and effect. To find balance in our daily lives, to realize how important it is to put a ceiling on our desires and control our emotions, developing analytical thinking, developing unity and cooperation by working together. So from one English lesson, they got these values, they discuss the values, the children also come out with their own values. This is just